Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and do a Shantopoulos world update now. Things are certainly shaking up in Thailand and not in a good way as matters go from bad to worse. What's going on in this situation with Salah? Well, we finally have some answers, and it seems like he was lying this whole time. Or it was her. Or it was both. Either way, we're finally getting the truth, or some version of it, and it doesn't look good for this marriage. We're also going to talk about the soiled abaya situation moment type deal, as well as her live stream from today, where Salah makes an interesting comment. Is he just messing with us? Or is something happening behind the scenes when it comes to her residency or visa in Kuwait? Will she ever make it back at this rate? The question that's on everybody's lips. Let's just get right into it. Shall we? All right, you guys, welcome back to our Shantopoulos world update. It feels like it's been a bit of time since I really sat down and did a video regarding the state of the queen, the absolute state of our queen. LOL, no cringe. As far as what happened while I was on vacation, there are a couple of things of note. She made a nasty comment about Jordy. She listed off things she didn't like about him and then said, actually, isn't Jordy gay? Like that was one of the worst things that he could be in the world. She also made fun of his hairline, which is really rich coming from someone who, as far as we know, has had issues with her hair thinning badly for years now. And that's something people deal with and would be sympathetic to if she wasn't so hypocritical and mean. But this isn't the first time that she denounced the gay community. Shortly after converting to Islam, she made an Instagram post saying that she can no longer support the gays. Girl, bye. We don't even want it anyway. On top of that, she returned to mukbang videos this past week. I'm surprised she's opted mostly for lives and not just eating videos during this trip because she can't keep her lives straight. But it could be Salah. She feels like she can't be herself on live when he's around. And now that he isn't, she can do her own thing. It really feels like these two would be better off without each other at this point. But here we are. Got to keep up the facade, eh? She's got to keep up the facade. He's got to keep the money coming in. She put out a video eating ravioli. She's lonely. She's sad. The portion was small. The end. The whole trip to Thailand on its face has been an absolute disaster. It's clear at this point that this was just a visa run gone wrong, possibly, that she needed to do. I mean, Little Miss bragging about world travel has gone to Thailand and back home to Canada this year because she's had to. They've both been visa runs. These really have not been vacations in my eyes, as much as she wants to brag about going on vacation while reaction channels are in the basement or the trailer in their sister's backyard. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would like a trailer in someone's backyard. Like if you're going to go the relaxing vacation route, go to a resort or a beach or something. She's trying to rebrand these visa runs as some sort of bougie vacation, but she has done absolutely nothing of note except go to a mall and eat. Now, we need to talk about the husband. I really question the state of this marriage at this point. Just a few days ago, she was hardcore defending him to her audience. She's made mistakes in relationships, namely cheating, and she loved the person. Honey, when you cheated on Pete's, you admitted this. It's always her old content coming back to bite her. When she cheated on Pete's, she wasn't in love with him. She might have loved him as a brother or friend. Brother, girl. Brother, But there was no romantic love there anymore at all. So you went out to find a man you were attracted to, namely BB. She could have just told him in the end because Pete's was okay with her going out and hooking up with other people if it meant they could stay in a relationship. He just wanted honesty. But it's always been hard for her to provide that, period, point blank. She wants to make everyone else the bad guy when it comes to Salah's infidelity. We're bad for enjoying the drama. Kybella is bad because she attempted to break up a marriage. But Salah, he just made a mistake and he loves her. I don't know if she's lying or just delusional at this point. But rule number one, both. Although I do think that sometimes the lies are just actually delusions. She's convinced herself the lies are the truth and the truth is a lie, which I guess would make it all a lie anyway. Just take things with a grain of salt. She goes on about how they have this future together. In a later stream, she talks about how she loves how her marriage is quite traditional in a sense, but I don't know about all that. Even in a traditional marriage, there is give and take. I don't understand what she really does besides eat and mope around. But what does he do? It's not really giving traditional. Red room, anyone? He is not meek like her boyfriends in the past, aside from Natter, right? She's always talked about how Pete's and BB, she wore the pants in the relationship. But the contradiction lies in the fact that he tries to help her. He tries to tell her to eat healthier and move more, but she doesn't do it. She doesn't listen to him. She's defiant to her core. So who is wearing the pants? I just think they're both liars and they're both lying to each other. Chantal wants to keep up the facade. He wants to keep up the money and status. But let's get to the elephant in the room here. The greatest mystery of all time. Why is Salah not there with her? During Sunday night's live, we discussed this shift in the discussion. She openly admits to being miserable and really struggling, lonely and sad in Thailand by now by herself. What kind of husband would just leave their wife in a situation like that on their own? He was supposed to be there, no? I do think that at the beginning, she genuinely thought that he was going to be there, but in these last 2 live streams, it becomes apparent that he may never show up. So first, she says, if he could be there, he would be. What does it matter if he doesn't come? And then says, if it's too close to her return date, it's not going to happen. So she's already admitting there's a possibility that it's simply not going to happen. She wouldn't have said that a week ago. The next day, she returns to state what she calls the whole truth. But again, I would take that with a grain of salt, because she, in the end, clarifies not much. He was going to go, but something came up. Yeah, that's how she words it. And it's taking longer than expected. People are speculating that it had something to do with his work, or that's what he told her. Is she lying, or did he lie to her from jump? Because that's what I think. She thought that he was going to come eventually, or else she probably wouldn't have went to Thailand. He got her on this plane. That was his master plan. Get her on the plane, and then she has no control over what he does after that. And he gets a whole month to himself to do whatever he wants, while also maintaining this lifestyle that was only possible with Chantal in the first place. He's not going to make the same mistake twice. No, he'll keep his activities on the down low this time. Home Alone legend. Just the fact that he is not jumping on a plane to get to her after all of the cries for help that she has made tells me all that I need to know. Again, what kind of husband would do that? In my eyes, he planned this little stunt from the beginning. I do wonder if she is having trouble staying in Kuwait, or if she will even make it back to Kuwait in the end for many different reasons, from governmental to Salah changing the locks. For real. Yikes on bikes. As of right now, she is none the wiser that there is any plan in motion. She thinks that they are great, but I do believe he is dreading her coming back, her comeback, and might be thinking of every single day how he can get out of it. At the end of the day, he just needs to man up and break the news, bro. Nothing else is really going to work. She's not going to be able to take a hint. When it comes to a man, she cannot take the hint. But I'm waiting with bated breath for her return, and if it goes smoothly, I will be surprised. On another note, she dookied in her drawers and didn't shower after. That was the talk of the town yesterday. You can never really feel fully clean until you get in that shower, huh? She has also been mentioning in several streams that she will extend her trip, which makes absolutely no sense because she's completely miserable and has admitted to being so. There has to be some sort of issue that keeps coming up because if you remember last year, she was in the same predicament. The trip to Thailand felt like it was never going to end. There was something that was going on with her paperwork. It was tied up. For some reason, it was not going through. People have been speculating that this shows that there is some sort of issue with her marriage, because if they did have that marriage exemption that we heard her talk about a few months ago, it would go smoothly. She would be able to stay there because she was married to someone there. Maybe because Salah's not a citizen, she's not able to even have that benefit anyway. The whole week she has also been lying about being on Schmedibles in pretty much every live stream. It starts out pretty normal, but by the end of it, she is slurring her words. She's completely out of it. It's really not a big deal if she wants to do Schmedibles, but it feels like an elephant in the room because she won't own up to it. So it just makes it kind of weird. I mean, people don't like to feel like they're being bamboozled. She's ordering food all day and night, and the man ain't coming. Her handsomest man, her bestest husband, is simply just not going to show up today, guys, or tomorrow, or the next day. And that says so much about how much he cares and how serious this relationship is or isn't. Just today, she was live streaming another cry for help. This one entitled I Need Company, where she sings, I need Salah. She's losing it. Meanwhile, he's doing nothing. Well, he's doing gosh knows what with gosh knows who, although he did manage to video chat her today. What does he say? What excuses is he making that she buys hook, line, and sinker? It's like Natter 2.0, just not as in your face. She'll go along with anything as long as she can keep up this facade. That's what is most important to her, that she remains desirable or appears desirable. Sad, sad, sad. She has things that she needs to do, guys. She's not just laying around, although she says she's not just laying around and that she has paperwork she needs to do, but she's not doing it. So which is it? Clearly, this has to do with her visa in Kuwait, her status there, whatever. She's sad. She's physically sick. She's unable to move. Like, she's really down bad. And get this, she still has no idea when she's going home. There was a conversation in the side chat between Yo Mama and Salah. He asked how long is she staying there? And he replies 90 days, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that he was being genuine there. He was also talking about being in Spain. I think that he's trolling with both of these things. Like, could she really be staying there for 90 days? And what for? He could have a whole nother wife and kids by then. But maybe that's the plan. I really just think that he was trolling. He's not in Spain, but can you imagine? Especially because there was this comment that he made. Someone asked, how did you get there? He said by bike, which obviously he didn't bike from Kuwait to Spain. He was also seen giving her ultimatums at the end of the chat, saying if she eats healthy, he will show her the pets. If she doesn't, I guess she doesn't get to see the pets on FaceTime. Which obviously means Spain was just a troll, but also take a look at this post where he calls her a freak of nature. He was trying to police what she was eating, saying, I hope that you eat healthy. Very weird behavior. I don't know what's going on. What is Salah's master plan? But to me, there is something seriously weird going on here. I mean, why hasn't he shown up? I mean, if he really cared for her like she wants us to believe, he wouldn't just leave her hanging like that with all of the cries for help and shit. Is this marriage in trouble? Will she make it back? That's the questions I have now. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye, everyone. There's a